Here's some tips and tricks if you run into a little trouble. If your hair starts to tangle, don't worry. Apply a little bit more detangler. If the hair feels too dry, it will tangle frequently. Oil-based detanglers are the best for synthetic fibers or for braiding hair, rather than using a water-based detangler. Remember, braiding hair likes to repel moisture to prevent fungus, so it doesn't like water. Always detangle from the bottom of the tangle and work your way up. Use small, gentle brush strokes to avoid pulling or breaking the hair. If you need, cut any excess hair out. Synthetic fibers can be prone to tangling, so trimming can actually save you time and effort. For medium and large braids, unbraid 3 or fewer braids at a time. For extra small, and medium braids, you can unbraid 4 or more braids at a time. And that's it. With the original Unbraider, unbraiding used to take all day, but with the Unbraider, it's faster than ever. Keep watching for a full-length tutorial on how to use the tool and its accessories. Okay, ladies, listen, I have somewhere to be in like 2 hours and I need to take these braids out of my hair quick, fast, and in a hurry. I want to introduce you to my newest favorite tool, the original Unbraider. Listen, this is going to help me take my braids out really quickly and help me detangle all at the same time. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a quick tutorial on how we can get started. Step 1, you're gonna take your scissors, gather your hair, and you're gonna cut evenly across. And y'all know I messed with a little Rapunzel, so I'm gonna cut all the way down here. No, I'm just kidding. Just cut a few inches below your hairline or wherever you're comfortable with. Okay, so step 2, you're going to use a generous amount of the Unbraider's oil-based detangler. Make sure you completely saturate your braids so you can moisten the fibers and make the unbraiding process really easy for yourself. Okay, so now we're at step 3. So because I'm right-handed, I like to hold the braids with my left hand, and I'm going to use my thumb as a guide for the unbraiding process. And I take the Unbraider and I'm actually going to put it in at the base of the braids, and I'm going to work my way up. But don't skip sections because that is going to create tangles and we don't want that. So I'm just going to work my way up and keep going. Now, sometimes, you know, you might run into a little tangle or two, but that's okay. You might need a little more oil. And you got to kind of get used to it. You might start off with 1 braid, how I used to. I started off with 1, then I moved to 2, then I moved to 3, but it's actually a very simple and easy process. And listen, don't feel restricted to just one way of using the tool. You know, you might want to change your hand placement. You might want to, you know, you can do it underhand, you can turn it around, you can go this way and comb it out. As you can see, I'm putting in the tool and I'm going in a downward motion. So you just find what works for you. And so as you guys can see, my braids are kind of like medium, but one tip, if you have larger braids, you can go ahead and use the larger side of the Unbraider tool. And if you have smaller braids like I'm using, you can go ahead and use the smaller end, the smaller teeth of the Unbraider tool. You can actually do up to 4 or 5 depending on the size of your braids. And again, once you get the hang and the routine of it, you'll go ahead and you'll just gather as many as you can that you feel comfortable with and go ahead and continue the unbraiding process. Now, as I'm getting closer to where my hairline is, I'm gonna flip over to the larger teeth, which is gonna help me out because we're getting to a more thicker part of the braid. Now here, I want you guys to check this out. When I get to almost about 1.5 inches towards my roots, I'm gonna go ahead and start with just 1 braid. And I'm gonna comb that braid out individually until I get the whole braid out. I know y'all see it. I know y'all see it. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the next one. Boom, and the next one. You can kind of feel it out. Booyah, mic drop. See how quick that was? In minutes. Now you can go in and just also detangle your hair and get all the little knots out at the same time. It's a 2 for 1, look at that. and I'm done. Detangled, took the braid out all in one. Okay, so the original Unbraider comes with some really cool hooks. I'm going to use the cornrow hook here, and you're going to insert it with the small part first. Hear that click, and that hook should be facing towards you. So I'm going to go ahead in and continue unbraiding my cornrow, just like so. And as I get to the top, I'm seeing a feed in here. So if you run across any feed ins, you can just take them out by hand so that they don't cause any tangles. And as they get to the cornrow, I'm going to insert the hook here and just use it to unbraid the rest of the cornrow. So it almost works like a rack tail comb, and you have everything in once. And you guys, you saw that? This is really sturdy, really great quality, very well made. And what I love about this hook is that I can just get in right there, and if there's any debris or dirt, you can actually utilize that tool too to kind of scrape any dirt or any buildup out of your hair while you're removing your braids. Okay, so now I'm going to actually move the cornrow hook out, and I'm going to use the precision parting hook, and I'm just going to insert that in. Remember the smaller part first, and make sure the hook is facing towards you. And I'm just going to use that to go right through and part my hair like so. Wow, you guys see that? There's no more need for a rat tail comb because this has everything you need. Okay, you guys, it's almost time for me to get going, but I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Listen, get this original Unbraider. You need this in your life. Thank me later. Run, don't walk.